how to find the pH of strong acid and strong base. Whatever the concentration of acid, accordingly H positive ion or H3O positive ion released in the solution, form in the solution. And if it is base, whatever concentration of the base, we can decide concentration of hydroxide ion in the solution. Now, if acid and base is weak, then how to find the pH of a solution? I have a numerical question here. A solution of a question here, please solve it along with me. The question is a solution of 0.1 m acetic acid CH3COOH whose Ka is equal to Ka equilibrium constant for acid. It is an acid, that's why Ka. If it is a base, then we have to write Kb. Ka is equal to 1.85. K is equal to 1.8 into 10 raised to power minus 5. No unit, it is the equilibrium constant. Equilibrium constant is the ratio of activity. That's why no unit. K is equal to this much. Calculate pH of the solution. Calculate its pH. Calculate its pH. Okay. It is a weak acid. Now we should be able to decide whether the acid is weak or strong. If it is weak, then Ka, or for base, Kb will be given. We need not remember this constant value, Ka or Kb. It will be given. If acid is strong, then Ka, Kb is not needed because they are going to ionize completely. So K is given, that's why it is weak acid. And we are also knowing acetic acid is a weak base acid. Carboxylic acid, organic acids, they are weak acid. They are not strong like mineral acid, HCl, HNO3, H2SO4. These are the strong acids. How to find? Let me write its ionization process. CH3COH plus H2O. H2O is not necessary. Simply we can give H3H positive. It gives CH3COO minus plus H3O positive. If there is no H2O, then we have to write here H positive. Okay. Actually, H positive exists as H3O positive. That's why if we write, it is better. Here, initial concentration. Initial concentration. बच्चों घबराना नहीं है इस न्यूमेरिकल से. ये सब सारी चीजें आप सॉल्व कर सकते हैं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. There is no any difficulty in solving. थोड़ा सा ध्यान रखना है फॉर्मूला का. Then you can easily solve them without any difficulty. Okay. So initial concentration is given here. It is 0.1 m, and acetate ion it will be 0. Hydronium ion it will be 0. Okay, beta. At equilibrium, the concentration will be. आपको ध्यान होगा. We have discussed about degree of dissociation, alpha. Alpha, we have discussed about that. Alpha is equal to root over Ka by C. Do you remember this concept? At the beginning of this second part of the chapter, ionic equilibrium, I have discussed about this degree of dissociation. And C alpha is the concentration. Here it is like this. Its concentration, it is 0.1, then 1 minus alpha. C minus C alpha can be written as C in bracket 1 minus alpha. I have written like that directly. This part we have done earlier. Simply we are going to utilize this. Okay. And here it is C alpha. C is 0.1. Concentration is given 0.1. And alpha is degree of dissociation. And this will be 0.1 into alpha. Okay, beta. So this is the concentration. Then alpha is equal to root over Ka by C. Okay, this is the formula. We are going to calculate alpha. Here C is known, 0.1. If alpha is known, then we can calculate the concentration of H3O positive. And now then we can do the numerical pK. We can calculate the pH of the solution. So this is the formula. Then this is equal to root over K is given 1.8 into 10 raised to power minus 5 divided by C. C is 0.1. Okay, beta? Simply we have filled the value in the formula. This is equal to, see that it is root. Then how to solve this root? Here 0.1 can be written as 1 into 10 raised to power 1. And when it is taken upside, then it becomes 10 raised to power minus 1 here. Then upper it will be 10 raised to power 1. And finally it is 1.8 into 10 raised to power minus 4. Is it okay? ठीक है बच्चों? Here this 0.1 can be written as 1.0 into 10 raised to power minus 1. और जैसे हम इसको ऊपर लाएंगे ना, it becomes positive. Then 10 raised to power minus 5 into 10 raised to power 1 becomes 10 raised to power 4. Okay. Then how to take its square root? 1.8 square root. If we use log table, it is easy to calculate. How to use the log table? Or mathematically you can do it. Root 1.8. This power, it should be in the table of 2. For that, we can adjust the decimal to get this table, this power in the table of 2. Here 4 is divisible by 2. Its root will be minus 2. That's why I'm going to take only 1.8. This can be written as, in logarithmic form, it is written as 1 by 2 log 1.8. We are using log table. Yes, beta, Tanmay, be ready. Tell me the log. 1.2 into this 1.8, whole number is 1 digit. That's why characteristic is 0. Then decimal point. After that, we have to take log of 18 in 0th column. Yes, beta, tell me. 18 का 0 में first column में value बताइए. 18 in 0th column. 2553. Yes, beta. 2553. Yes. Into 2553. This is equal to 0.1 and 2 2 ja 4, 1 5, 2 6, 2 7 ja 14, 2 6 ja 12. 0.1276. See that. We have introduced, in this calculation, we have introduced log from our side. Therefore, its final answer we will get from NT log. We have to take NT log of, this is equal to NT log of 0.1276. Please tell me. Yes, beta. 0.12 का 7 में वैल्यू बताइए. इतना ही. 0.12 का 7 में NT log start from 0.01. डेसिमल का हम देखते हैं. 0.12 का 7 में NT log. इस तरह में it is 1340. yes बेटा wait 1340 और उसी के आगे 6 का मीन डिफरेंस, उसके बाद 9 के बाद एक मीन डिफरेंस का कॉलम राइट में स्टार्ट होता है. 6 का मीन डिफरेंस, टेल मी द मीन डिफरेंस इन 6th कॉलम, उसी लाइन में ऊपर से 6th का वैल्यू बता दीजिए. इट इज 2. yes बेटा वी हैव टू ऐड 2 इन दिस, दैट्स व्हाई इट बिकम्स 42. ओके, लेफ्ट से एक डिजिट छोड़कर डेसिमल. दिस इज द स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 1.8. इफ कैलकुलेटर इज विद यू प्लीज चेक इट. Is it correct or not? It is the square root of 1.8, 1.342. See the once again I am taking. We are going to find the square root of 1.8. In logarithmic form, it is written as this is equal to 1 by 2 log 1.8. For square root, we have to take 1 by 2. For cube root, we have to take 1 by 3, like that. Okay. So it is square root, that's why 1 by 2 into whole number of 1.8 is only one digit. 8 is a decimal point, that's why we have to take only one. Here one digit, that's why its characteristic is 0. After that, we have to take the log of 18 in 0th column. First column is the 0th column, and that is 2553. This is the log of 1.8, take its half, is equal to 1276. It's anti-log we have to take, because we have introduced log from our side. Its final answer will get from anti-log, and anti-log of 0.1276 is 1.342. So come to this place now. Using log table, this type of numericals becomes easy. This type of calculations becomes easy. This is equal to, here it is, 1.342 into 10 raised to power minus 2. Here, see that. 10 raised to power minus 4, its square root will be 10 raised to power minus 2. This is the value of degree of dissociation. Okay, beta? Kuch, okay. So, what is the molar concentration of H3O positive? H3O positive is equal to C alpha. Concentration is C alpha. This is equal to, concentration is known, 0.1 into 1.342 into 10 raised to power minus 2. Okay, beta? This is equal to into, then this becomes, we can write 1.342 into 10 raised to power minus 3. Is it okay? This 0.1 becomes 1.0 into 10 raised to power minus 1. Then here it is minus 3. This is the molar concentration of H3O positive ion, molar. We are able to use the log table. Yes, beta. This is equal to H3O is, okay, okay, yes, yes, you are correct. Now come to the final calculation. Use a log table. So this type of numerical is not difficult. Looking it is somewhat difficult, but by remembering some formula, we can solve it them easily. pH is equal to minus log H3O positive ion concentration. This is equal to minus log, here the value is 1.342 into 10 raised to power minus 3. This is equal to 3 minus log 1.342. This is equal to 3 minus, yes, beta. Whole number is 1 digit. That's why characteristic is 0, 0 point. अब हमें देख रहे हैं 13 का 4 में, after deciding characteristic, here 0, forget this decimal point. Its role is over. Now 13 का 4 में, yes, beta. Okay. कहीं दिक्कत आ रही ना, ये सेंटी लॉग, यस करेक्ट. 13 का 4 में बताइए मेरे, 0.13 का 4.13 का 4 में वैल्यू 1277. 1277. 13 का 4 में 2 का मीन डिफरेंस, उसी के राइट में चलिए, 2 का मीन डिफरेंस 1271. ओके, 71, उसी के राइट में 2 का मीन डिफरेंस, वन मोर डिजिट इज देयर, 1271 मीन डिफरेंस, एस बेटा, उसी के राइट में आइए, सेकेंड कॉलम में ऊपर से, मीन डिफरेंस इज 7. एस एस 7 plus 1 it becomes 8. Okay, then minus, this is equal to 2.3 minus this one, 10 में से 8 2, 9 में से 7 2, 9 में से 2 7 and 9 में से 1 8. 2.8722. 2.8722 is the pH value. This is the way to calculate. हाँ बच्चों, कुछ डाउट कहीं पर, किसी भी स्टेप में, किसी भी स्टेज पर कोई डाउट इन दिस कैलकुलेशन? If it is there, please clarify. Please ask the right time to ask the difficulties. In the same way, we can calculate the pH of weak base like ammonium hydroxide. We need value of Kb and molar concentration. We can calculate it easily. Okay, beta? One tricky numerical. This is also tricky, but one more tricky. I'm going to take that also. One more numerical. This is the final one. Then we will proceed for the next. In the same way, you can calculate the pH of NH4OH, ammonium hydroxide, which is a weak base, whose concentration is 0.1 m. take it as a homework. Calculate pH of NH4OH. Please try it. I'm not going to take that. Calculate this 0.1m NH4OH, whose Kb, here not K, Kb is equal to, Kb you can take from the book. I think it is, I don't remember the value of Kb actually for NH4OH. It is not needed. So Kb you can take from the book and try to calculate its pH. सॉल्व करना है बेटा, पॉजिटिवली ये सॉल्व करिए और ये चीजें आपको समझ में आ जाएंगी. Kb you can take from the book, it is given there. In the books it is given. I don't have the book, so you can take the help of book, find the Kb for NH4OH and decide the pH. Okay beta, you will calculate first pOH, then finally pH. Okay, I'm taking the next numerical. The question is, calculate pH of HCl solution whose concentration is 1.0 into 10 raised to power minus 8 m, whose concentration is 1.0 into 10 raised to power minus 8 m. This is called tricky question. Why? What is the trick in this? What is the difference in this from other numericals? If the molar concentration of HCl is going to ionize completely, yes, take it. Let me take it solution. HCl is a strong acid, ionizes completely. Okay, let me write H2O also. H2O ionizes completely to give H3O positive plus Cl minus. Here the concentration is given 1.0 into 10 raised to power minus 8. And going to ionize completely, that's why H3O concentration will be 1.0 into 10 raised to power minus 8 m. See that if concentration is this much, when we take its negative log, it becomes pH equal to minus log H3O positive, that is 1.0 into 10 raised to power minus 8. Its pH will be 8. Yes, Karthik. Yes, beta. Its pH will be 8. And if a solution having pH 8, what is the nature of the solution? Acidic or basic? It will be basic. 7 is neutral, beyond 7 basic, and below 7 acidic. It means this HCl solution should be basic. Is it correct? It is not correct. HCl is acid. It says pH, it will be less than 7, but here it will be coming more than 7, and this shows that it is basic solution, but it is not correct. This is the trick of this question. That's why it is called tricky question. Let me say what is going to happen in this case. So in this case, when concentration is below 7, 10 raised to power minus 7, it means water hydronium ion concentration we have to also take. Water is also there, which is going to ionize H2O plus H2O, going to ionize to give H3O positive plus OH minus. And this concentration, hydronium ion concentration in water is 1.0 into 10 raised to power minus 7 m, which is more than HCl H3O positive concentration. That's why this concentration we can't neglect. Earlier, when concentration is 0.1, we are not including this H3O. It is too small as compared to that. But here it is greater than this concentration. That's why we should not neglect that. So, what is the total concentration of hydronium ion? H3O positive concentration is, can you see this? Yes, you can. 1.0 into 10 raised to power minus 8 plus 1.0 into 10 raised to power minus 7. Minus 8 from here, from HCl solution, and minus 7 from water solution, water. Okay, this is the total hydronium ion concentration in this solution. So this is equal to 1.0 into 10 raised to power. Okay, we have to make the power equal. Then it is 0.1 into 10 raised to power minus 7 plus 1.0 into 10 raised to power minus 7. Addition we can do with the powers are same. Here power minus 8 minus 7 we can't add. That's why we have to make the power equal. To make it minus 7, here 0.1, or we can make it minus 8. We can also do that, minus 8, then we have to shift the decimal. So this is equal to 1.1 into 10 raised to power minus 7 m. This is the hydronium ion concentration. Okay, beta? Now we can calculate its pH. This will certainly come below 7. So pH is equal to, yes, pH is equal to minus log H3O positive ion concentration. This is equal to minus log 1.1 into 10 raised to power minus 7. This is equal to 7 minus log 1.1. Okay, beta? This is equal to 7 minus, yes, Tanmay, please tell. Adhyans. Whole number 1 digit, 1.0, 1.1, then characteristic is 0. After that decimal point, 11 का 0 में log बताइए. Yes, anyone, please tell. Yes, Adhyans. 0414. Yes, beta. 0414. Okay, this is the way to use log table. You all have to go through. You all have to see along with me. You all can tell the answer of the this log table. This is equal to 6 point, 10 में से 4 6, 9 में से 1 8, 9 में से 4 5, and here 9. 6.9586 is the pH value. Okay, beta? 6.9586. Is it clear? न्यूमेरिकल समझ में आया? इस तरह से सॉल्व करना है. Okay, beta. Okay, good. So this is the numerical. This is the tricky numericals, and this is the way to solve that. एक हम आपको दे रहे हैं क्वेश्चन और उसको सॉल्व करना है घर पे. कैलकुलेट pH ऑफ NaOH solution. देखिए मैं चेंज कर रहा हूं. NaOH solution whose concentration is 1.0 into 10 raised to power minus 8. HCl की जगह NaOH कर दीजिए. That is the numerical for you. तो दो न्यूमेरिकल हमने आपको दिया, एक NH4OH का जो कि वीक बेस है और एक NaOH का. प्लीज सॉल्व करिए और इसका आंसर जानते हैं कितना आएगा. अगर हम इसको देखें तो इसका pH जो आएगा 14 minus 6, 14 minus 8, it will be 6. But it is a base, NaOH is base, its pH will not be less than 7. It will be more than 7. तो पहले POH फाइंड करेंगे. अब POH will be 6 और उससे फिर pH फाइंड 6 नहीं आएगा, 6 से थोड़ा ज्यादा आएगा. फिर उससे POH फाइंड करेंगे. It will be 7 point something, means towards basic side. तो प्लीज सॉल्व इट. घर पे इसे ट्राई करें. ऐसे न्यूमेरिकल्स जनरली अपने होम एग्जाम में, CBSE एग्जाम में नहीं आते हैं, ये आते हैं कॉम्पिटेटिव एग्जाम्स में. हालांकि आजकल ये भी नॉर्मल हो गया, कहीं भी दे सकते हैं ये. Okay, now this is the pH scale, pH value over. एग्जाम में एक न्यूमेरिकल या एक क्वेश्चन जरूर आना है इस टॉपिक से, इतना इंपॉर्टेंट है. That's why I have taken this much time. Okay, beta. One new topic: salt hydrolysis. Salt hydrolysis. What is the meaning? When we dissolve salt in water, it interacts with water, it hydrolyzes in water to form its parent constituents, like salt is obtained from acid and base. After hydrolysis, it is going to form the same acid and base. And after that, we can decide the medium of the solution. Salt hydrolysis and its medium. Okay. and their medium. Salts, hydrolysis, and their medium. Medium means acidic medium or basic medium. We are knowing when acid combines with base, we get a salt and water. This is a neutralization reaction. We are aware about this neutralization process. Go in reverse way. When we dissolve salt and water in water, when we add salt in water, it is going to hydrolyze, and this is the neutralization process, and its reverse is called hydrolysis. Then it is going to form an acid and a base. Do we feel that when common salt dissolves in water, it is going to form acid and base? Are we going to get the taste of acid and taste of base? It is not. Why is it so? Let me take an example, NaCl itself. When sodium chloride, NaCl, common salt, table salt, dissolves in water, H2O, it is going to hydrolyze to form its parent acid, HCl, and parent base, that is NaOH. And we are knowing HCl is a strong acid, base is NaOH, which is also strong. Both are strong. That's why overall the solution will be neutral. If out of these two, anyone is strong, that will decide the medium of the solution of the salt. That is known as salt hydrolysis. Now, in your syllabus, the salt hydrolysis topic is not there. There are some numericals, there are some difficult formulas. This part is totally deleted, but I want to tell something about this. What is the meaning of salt hydrolysis and what should be the medium of its water solution? That's why I have taken here. NaCl, it is neutral because on hydrolysis, it is going to form a strong acid and strong base. Both are strong. That's why the medium will be neutral. Okay. Let me take this one. Sodium carbonate, Na2CO3. Washing soda, sodium carbonate, is going to hydrolyze in water, H2O, to form, it is going to form here, a reversible one, it is going to form sodium hydroxide, metal hydroxide. See here, Na, sodium hydroxide, and non-metal, it's salt, it's acid, like that. Here sodium is a metal, the base is NaOH. Metal will decide the base. It's hydroxide, NaOH, and then CO3. CO3 is going to form H2CO3, carbonic acid. Sodium hydroxide and carbonic acid is formed when sodium carbonate is going to hydrolyze in water. When it is dissolved in water, it gets hydrolyzed and form this type of acid and base. This is a base. It is a strong base. NaOH is a strong base. Strong base, and H2CO3 is a carbonic acid. It is a weak base, weak acid. It is a weak acid. Okay. Then strong base, weak acid, the overall medium is decided by this strong base. The medium of this solution, it will be basic. Yes, beta, samajh mein aaya? Is it clear to you? When sodium carbonate dissolves in water, its taste is not salty, it is somewhat salt taste. It is bitter taste, because it is basic. And this basic is because of this strong base and NaOH in the solution. Yes, beta, is it clear? Yes, Subham, it is. Yes, beta. This is the meaning of salt hydrolysis. When we dissolve any salt in water, in this way, we can decide its medium, whether it is acidic, basic, or neutral. Let me take some more examples. This part you have studied up to some extent in 10th class. It is not new. When we take copper sulfate, okay, let me take copper sulfate. Copper sulfate is a blue in color, blue crystalline solid. When it dissolves in water, H2O, it is going to form here copper hydroxide, metal hydroxide is formed. CuOH twice. Copper is bivalent, that's why OH twice. It is bivalent. It's a valency 2. Its oxidation state +2. Copper hydroxide, and sulfate is going to form acid. That acid is H2SO4. H2 coming from here. H2SO4. This copper hydroxide is a weak base, and H2SO4 is a strong acid. That's why medium is decided by the strong acid, and the medium of this solution, it will be acidic. Okay, better? This is the way to decide the medium of the salt solution. Get right hydrolysis reaction. Metal, salt having metal and non-metals compound. Metal going to form hydroxide, and this other part of the salt will form the acid, and then we can decide it. Finally, one more, sodium Na2SO4, sodium sulfate. Sodium sulfate is a salt. What is the medium of this salt when it is dissolved in water? It dissolves in water H2O to form, here it is NaOH, sodium hydroxide plus H2SO4. It is a strong base, and this is also a strong acid, and therefore overall medium is neutral. Okay, beta? बात समझ में आई? This sodium sulfate water solution, aqueous solution will be neutral, because after hydrolysis it is going to form a strong base and a strong acid. That's the medium is neutral. In this way we can decide medium of any salt. This is the technique of hydrolysis. This is called salt hydrolysis. कोई भी salt लेके आप decide कर सकते हैं. Try to decide the medium of ferric chloride. Yes, beta. Ferric chloride. Try करिए जरा. Yes, please. Ambika, Deepak, Hitesh, please try. Irsad. Ferric chloride. What is the medium of ferric chloride?
Sir,
Yes, beta. Try करिए जल्दी से. What your ferric chloride is? FeCl3. FeCl3 plus H2O. Yes, beta. Try करिए. Tanmay, please try. It gives FeOH. Fe is trivalent. Rajesh, Fe is trivalent. That's why FeOH3. FeOH3 plus HCl. Adhyans, it is acidic in nature. Ferric hydroxide will form. FeOH3 is a weak base, and HCl is also formed, which is strong acid. Yes, Rajesh, it will be acidic in nature. In this way, we can decide the medium of any salt. So I think this concept is clear to you. Some small topics are left in this lesson. Some terms are left in this lesson. So we discuss about that. Here is a common ion effect. Common ion effect. What is the meaning of this common ion effect? अगर हम लैब में होते बेटा और एक्सपेरिमेंट परफॉर्म करते तो ये बहुत चीजें बहुत इजी हो जाती, बहुत चीजें समझ में आ जाती. बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली वी आर नॉट able to do the experiment. That's why there will be slight difficulty in to understand this common ion effect, but I will try it. This CH3COOH is a weak acid. Okay, it is going to ionize partially. I am not going to involve water here. It is going to ionize partially in its aqueous solution. No complete ionization. It is a weak electrolyte. It gives these two ions. Okay. If we are going to add a strong salt having common ion to this acetic acid, one ion of this salt is common to this acetic acid, and that salt should be strong. CH3COONA is a strong salt. And CH3COO is the common ion in these two. Is going to ionize completely to form CH3COO minus plus Na positive. Okay. Then what is going to happen? acetate ion concentration increases in the solution, which is common in these two. This is the common ion. Therefore, this equilibrium, this ionization process, see that we are going to increase the concentration of the product in this equilibrium system by adding sodium acetate. What is the direction of equilibrium? That we have studied earlier. Effect of concentration, Leach-Ateliers principle. Here this principle is applied. Here is an equilibrium. Here is equilibrium system in a container. In that container, we are going to add sodium acetate. Indirectly, we have increased the concentration of one of the product of this equilibrium. Then what is the direction of this equilibrium? Yes, beta, anyone? Are you following the point? In acidic,
Product to reactant.
it will, yes, beta, it will shift towards
Reactant.
reactant, forward direction. Why? Kyun aisa? Let me draw the diagram. Here is the solution. Acetic acid solution we have taken. It has certain concentration of CH3CO minus. It has certain concentration of H positive. It has certain pH also. We can also say like that. Now, we are going to add sodium acetate, CH3COONA. We are adding, which is strong electrolyte, ionizes completely in this way. And by adding this, we are going to increase concentration of the one of the product, that is acetate ion concentration increase in the solution. This is going to affect this equilibrium. The question is, what is direction of equilibrium after adding this sodium acetate? It is either forward or backward or no effect. It may be that also, no effect. And here, when we increase concentration of the product, equilibrium shift in that direction which oppose this change. That is Leach-Ateliers principle. The increase in concentration of the acetate ion can be minimized when this equilibrium shift in opposite direction, that is backward direction. This equilibrium shift towards backward direction. This is the common ion effect. We are having a solution of weak electrolyte. In that solution, when we add another electrolyte which is strong and having a common ion, then equilibrium will shift in such a direction which oppose this change. Yes, beta. This QSP increase, Q is greater than K. That's why equilibrium shift in the backward direction to maintain this Q. Okay, beta. One more example. We are having H2S solution. H2S is a gas, basically. We need in the lab H2S gas, and it is one of the reagent to detect radical of the salt. Cation analysis में इसकी जरूरत पड़ती है. In laboratory, we are doing two analysis. One is a qualitative analysis, and another is quantitative analysis. This is the qualitative analysis. There we decide the cation present in the salt, anion present in the salt. That is called salt analysis. There we need H2S. H2S gas is rotten egg smell. Heavy water plant is there nearby us, and they are using H2S gas. Nowadays, now it is not problem. Earlier it was problem that H2S gas sometimes smell comes in the colony also, but nowadays it is not. It is so much sophisticated instruments and it is completely checked. H2S is rotten egg smelling gas. This is water soluble. It dissolves in water to form, here is water. I'm not going to involve this in the reaction. That's why I'm writing water. It is going to form 2H positive aqueous plus S2 minus aqueous. Sulfide ion is formed in the solution. Two steps ionization. In first step, it forms H positive and HS negative bisulfide ion, which further ionized to give H positive and S2 minus. I have written the final reaction, 2H positive plus S2 minus sulfide ion. Okay. If we add hydrochloric acid, which has a common ion, and common ion is H ion here, it forms H positive and Cl minus. In the form of HCl, indirectly we have increased the concentration of the product of this above equilibrium. They are in the same container. That's why indirectly we have increased the concentration of H positive ion so that this equilibrium will shift in backward direction. Then H2S ionization is decreased by addition of hydrochloric acid. That is called common ion effect. How to define it? What is the definition? Yes, better. Let me complete this topic. What is the definition? Please write somewhere. Ionization of a weak electrolyte. Ionization of a weak electrolyte is suppressed, decreased, suppressed, decreased in its aqueous solution. In its aqueous solution, when a strong electrolyte, is added to the solution having a common ion. This is the definition part. Okay, better? Actually, what is the experiment here? Let me take that also. Here is the test tube, big test tube. This H2S is a group reagent of second group of the cation, where copper is the cation. This is the aqueous solution of copper ion. We are going to confirm that this given solution is having copper ion. Then what we are doing? We are adding in this, we are not knowing with which ion is there, that we are going to identify. First we add HCl solution, hydrogen ion provided by the HCl. After that we are adding H2S solution, H2S. Why HCl is added first? When HCl is already there, then it will check the ionization of H2S. H2S is not going to ionize in much extent, greater extent. Okay. So this provides sulfide ion in the solution after dissolution. Then reaction is like this: Cu2 positive plus S2 minus gives CuS, copper sulfide is obtained, which is black precipitate, black PPT. Means if copper ion present in the solution, we are adding HCl, then H2S, we'll get the black precipitate, which shows that copper ion present in the solution. Okay, beta? If copper ion and zinc ion both present in the solution, suppose zinc ion is also there, in addition of this Cu2 positive, a mixture is given to decide. Zinc is also going to form, zinc 2 positive is going to form a precipitate of zinc sulfide, ZnS. Then how to decide? This sulfide, this zinc sulfide precipitation, it needs lots of sulfide ion. While copper ion precipitation, it needs only limited sulfide ion. So in this condition, when HCl is already there and we are adding H2S, only limited concentration of sulfide ion will form. And in this situation, only copper ion will precipitate. This is the beauty of the question. Okay. This copper ion can conform from the same solution. We can also confirm after filtration this CuS. We can also check the presence of sulfide, this zinc ion, आफ्टर न्यूट्रलाइजेशन ऑफ HCl. तो थोड़ा सा मुश्किल हो रहा है इसको और क्लेरिफाई करने में, अगर लैब में हम होते इन चीजों को परफॉर्म करके देखते. ओके बेटा, थैंक यू वेरी मच. पेशेंसली यू हैव लिसन मी एंड आई थिंक यू हैव अंडरस्टैंड द कंसेप्ट. थैंक यू ऑल. और हमने जो न्यूमेरिकल दिया ना 2, वो आपको सॉल्व करना है. यस हितेश बेटा, आपको सॉल्व करना है.